You know what time it is. It's a divisional playoff time. So we're going against the Giants. We did beat them the last time. Hopefully we can do it again. And then if we beat them this time, we go to the NFC Championship game. And we're just hoping for another, crazy DK Metcalf receiving yard game. So let's see what we can get into.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
I'm going to have to say Tampa Bay's going to win it.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And Gary's man, complete. And all the way
That's
down
insane. It wasn't DK Metcalf, but I mean, that's even better.
It's a big play there for Seattle.
And especially Higgins, he's definitely came out big quite a few times this year.
We've been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And an alley to run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside.
I was going to say, yeah, definitely think his feet were in.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now, Mariota. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they work this well up.
I really was hoping that Jamal Adams was going to have enough time to knock him before he got tackled down, because he probably would have popped the ball up.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play fake, Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Tate's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
That's exactly what I thought was happening.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
That was a hard hell of a hit.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 39, Jackson, and his throw is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Penny, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Yeah, he was. As soon as he hiked the ball, it was right there. Ooh. That's not good. That was his wrist.
Let's go, defense.
On second down, here's Barkley. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9, fourth guy.
It's hard to deal with the receivers. So we're going against Tampa Bay. Okay.
On 3rd down, Mariota gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's
I would
first and
laugh
10.
in the Super Bowl it would be the Jets and the Seahawks, just because it'd be his old Russell Wilson's old team.
He's stopped near the
going against his
35
new
at the
team.
34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A quick throw. Here's Shepard.
I'll take
And
that.
he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 40.
You ain't catching me,
20,
buddy.
10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
Yeah,
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took him at a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
I know he was getting tired at the end because he was starting to slow down when he was running.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way.
I know they're not happy about that.
Return for a touchdown.
But then again, you know, who would be fumbling it and then going for 6?
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mariota.
Oh, wow, they didn't even give it to him.
One up deep. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I totally thought that was us.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd down, Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up this beautiful
I had to, because
plays.
DK Metcalf hasn't caught a lot in this game yet, so I want to make sure he's still fresh.
Sometimes you say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
2nd down and goal. Jackson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Of course I was going to take care of that with that opening that they gave me.
There to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
There's that little hole right there.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Special teams definitely gets their money's worth. They still get their playing time, just in a weird way of getting it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mariota, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yep.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
That's because they're going to get the ball in the 2nd half anyways.
This from 45.
So
and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into that.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So we've come upon halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man right side is Ingram. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Come on now, let's go.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38.
For 38 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Penny. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
I'm sorry, but DK Metcalf could have came back and caught that.
Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the
Like, that was
execution
not
of
a
that
hard
defense
catch
right
and
there?
just come back and
Zone
catch
was
it really
absolutely
quick.
locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something.
And that's how you
There's
do it.
nothing available there for him.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop
It
it.
is, but DK
An
Metcalf
excellent
again.
pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Grant.
Oh, he was like right there.
Get there, tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
25, check 25, check 25. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 50, check 50. Kill. Check 1.
Penny will try to punch it in.
And he does.
He's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's
That
easy
is
to
a very
say
fair
this way.
statement.
He's their main cog.
100% that he was definitely one of our main reasons why we did.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Have not gotten to the red
They've got to just
zone
take
yet.
a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Mariota on first down. He completes it to Tate. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Never make
I
the
remember
mistake
when
that the
Tate
slot
was on
receivers,
the
especially the little
Seahawks.
guys like we're watching here, are just
Let me
quicker
tell
than
you,
fast.
that
A
guy
lot of them
was
combine
fast.
quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw is Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I knew
And
the
they will set
moment
up shop at their own
he was running
41-yard
towards him, it
line.
was just over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been
Just
pretty
ran
symptomatic
out
what
and
we've
then
seen all
just
game with them, isn't
bam.
it? Down
All
this
at
big in the
him.
fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at
All I
the
gotta say is
41-yard line. A run
Jamal
on first
Adams
down, but it's not
definitely
going to get him
deserves
much,
a
maybe a
good
yard,
raise,
and that's all.
but
Tackle made
he
there by
already signed his
Zach
contract, sadly.
Brown. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble
Jeez,
their
I thought we were gonna
efforts
break
to
it
help
off for
him out.
another
Extra
quick
blocking,
touchdown.
getting downfield, helping him out.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go back to Grant, and he will take this one.
He got pushed in there too, which is funny.
Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on.
So, my man,
that's
another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that
I'll
they
take
earned
it.
throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant.
Yeah, we definitely
We
earned
knew the road to
that
the
first
Super
seed,
Bowl
though.
would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital
Oh, I
letters.
almost had that.
Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those
Bobby
things back
Wagner's
up. An
got
incomplete
the
pass leads to
X-factor on
2nd and
right
10
now.
from the 25. Now Mariota over the middle, and it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away
We're
that
gonna
time
keep
in
that thing going
coverage.
for him
The
because
Giants on 3rd down.
with that
They've only
means he can
converted
actually
once
have
in
better
4
chance of an
tries.
interception.
This is
So I'm
3rd
gonna
and
try to
10.
make sure he can try to get one at least.
From the gun, Mariota. And this is caught by
no.
Watkins.
Hey,
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of
I'm
steam.
not blitzing him because they got
boy, it's gonna be
Saquon
tough to
Barkley
get him
back
down.
there. And
Yeah, there
he
was
just
a big
rip us
window.
up
They're
if we
lucky
do.
they did get him down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th
You know they're
down.
probably going to go for it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think
over.
about turning it upfield. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, go all the way.
He's
Go
at the
all
50.
the way.
He's at the 30.
No
Past
way.
the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game.
That's
And
insane.
privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract
I don't know
off of
how
this
many
win.
yards that
They're
was.
looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Because That was insane.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Man, that was crazy.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Penny. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you
are.
win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
And that will do it for this game. I thank you guys for stopping by as always. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Let me know that you do watch it and you enjoy it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.